You've probably noticed how sometimes one negative thought leads to another, and before you know it, your mind is spinning in circles. This is a famous cycle of negative thoughts. And today I'm going to show you how it works, why our brain loves it, and most importantly, how you can start breaking free from it in practical ways. Aaron Beck, one of the leading names in cognitive psychology, made a fundamental discovery. Many of our thoughts appear automatically. They're fast, spontaneous, and seem uncontrollable. The crucial detail is that these thoughts are usually distorted or exaggerated and don't represent reality as it truly is. It's as if our mind has a hypersensitive alarm system that triggers danger warnings even when there's no need. Beck discovered that our brain uses some reasoning shortcuts that end up deceiving us. These shortcuts are called cognitive distortions. For example, jumping to conclusions without enough evidence, generalizing from a single negative event, magnifying small problems while minimizing our qualities, or taking responsibility for things beyond our control. And behind all of this lies something even deeper. Beck identified a pattern he called a cognitive triad. It's when a person develops three negative views. One about themselves, I'm inadequate. Another about the world, everything is hostile. And a third about the future, nothing will improve. This triad functions as a distorted filter that continuously fuels the cycle of negative thoughts. In cognitive therapy, there's a fundamental technique called cognitive restructuring. When a negative thought arises, instead of automatically accepting it as truth, you learn to question it. Does this thought have real evidence? Am I interpreting the situation fairly? Is there a more balanced alternative perspective? Beck explained this through the ABC model. What really influences how we feel isn't exactly what happens to us, but rather how we interpret what happens. A represents the activating event. B represents the beliefs you carry. C is the emotional consequence that results from that interpretation. Two people can experience the same situation, but react in completely different ways. This means we have more control over our feelings than we imagine. Even without therapeutic support, you can start practicing some fundamental strategies in your daily life. First, develop a habit of writing down your automatic negative thoughts. When they arise, record them. Then try to identify if there's any cognitive distortion behind them. Finally, ask yourself investigative questions. What's the real evidence of this thought? And what's the evidence against it? Is there a more balanced interpretation of the situation? This exercise, practiced consistently, can considerably weaken the negative cycle. The essential message is deeply hopeful. No one is doomed to remain trapped in this cycle forever. Science clearly demonstrates that effective pathways and proven techniques exist. The most liberating thing is understanding that you don't have to passively accept every thought that arises in your mind. Questioning these patterns is a fundamental first step to breaking the cycle of negativity. Test it yourself for a week and then evaluate the results. Write down how you feel today, and after a week, compare to see what changed. Think about this. If you had started last week, how much would you have already evolved? Start right now and thank yourself later for making this decision today. Remember, your thoughts are not facts. They are interpretations that can be questioned, refined, and transformed. And remember, if you feel you need professional support, don't hesitate to seek a psychologist. This could be the best decision you make for yourself. If this content was helpful to you, follow me to receive more insights about mental health and personal development. And if you know someone who could benefit from this message, share this content. tell me in the comments, have you been able to identify any negative thought patterns in your life? And what other mental health topics would you like me to address here? Your suggestion could become the next content.